Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we continue with chapter 3 with subtopic 3.2 Arithmetic Sequences. After this, I hope all of you will find the nth term and can find the sum of the first nth term for this sequence. Okay, now take out your note and we start now. 3.2 Arithmetic Sequences. Definition: an arithmetic sequences is a sequence of the form a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d and so on. The number a is the first term and d is a common difference of the sequence. The nth term of an arithmetic sequence is given by Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 d. So this one is formula nth term for arithmetic. We look at the first example. Find the general term. General term means we want to find Tn for the arithmetic sequence 9, 4, -1, -6 and -11. From this sequence, we know that our first term a is 9. And from the sequence, so we can find d equals to 4 minus 9 is -5. 4 minus 9, we get -5. -1 minus 4, so we get -5. So we use a 9 and d equals to -5. We want to find the general term, so we take out the formula for arithmetic. Tn equals to a plus n minus 1 d. We substitute value for a 9 and d -5. Then we solve 9 minus 5n plus 5. Then our answer is 14 minus 5n. We conclude the general term is 14 minus 5n. We continue question number 2. The nth term of an arithmetic sequence is 12 minus 4n. This one means Tn equals to 12 minus 4n. Question asks to find the first term and the common difference. First term means we want to find a, and common difference means we want to find d. Okay. To get value for a and d, first we find a. To find a is also known as T1. So to find T1, we substitute 1 into n term. So 12 minus 4 times 1. Then we get 8. So our first term is 8. And we find d, common difference. To find d, we use formula for d is T2 minus T1. How to get T2? We substitute 2 into Tn. So 12 minus 4 times 2. Then minus with T1. T1 we already find. So minus 8. Then we solve 12 minus 8 minus 8. Then we get answer -4. So we conclude our first term is 8 and common difference is -4. We go to example 3. The 11th term of an arithmetic sequence is 52 and 19th term is 92. Find the 1000th term. Okay, from the question we know that T11 is 52. So we take out the formula for T11, so a plus 10d. Then given T19 equals to 92, means formula is a plus 18d. Question asks to find 1000 term, so means we want to find T1000. To find T1000, we must know value for a and d first. To get value for a and d, we must solve this simultaneous equation. Okay, then we take equation 2 minus with equation 1. Equation 2 is a plus 18d equals to 92. We minus with equation 1, a plus 10d equals to 52. Then we solve, we get 8d equals to 40. So d equals to 5. Okay, now we find a. We substitute d equals to 5 into 1. Equation 1. So a plus 10 times with d5 equals to 52. Then we solve a, we get 2. 52 minus 50, so we get 2. Okay, now we want to find T1000. T1000 is a plus 4,999D. So our A is 2 and our D is 5. Then we calculate. So we get answer 4,997. Okay, the sums of arithmetic sequence. We have two types of formula for sum of arithmetic sequence. The first one is Sn equals to n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. Or we can use Sn equals to n over 2, a plus l, where l is last term. Last term means a plus n minus 1 d. Example number 1. Find the sum of the first 40 terms of the arithmetic sequence 3, 7, 11 and 15. Sum of the first 40 terms. Okay, so we want to find S40, where n equals to 40. Okay. Given sequence 3, 7, 11, 15. So from this sequence, we know the first term is 3. And the common difference, since arithmetic, so 7 minus 3 we get 4. 7 minus 3 we get 4. Okay, now we want to find sum of the first 40 terms. So we take out the formula. Sn equals to n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Okay, we want to find S40 terms. So S40, so we substitute n equals to 40. And we substitute a equals to 3. N minus 1 means 40 minus 1, so we get 39. And d equals to 4. We solve 20. This one 6 plus 39 times 4, 156. Then we solve, we get 3,240. Continue question number 2. Find the sum of the first 50 odd numbers. Okay, now we want to find sum of the first 50. Okay, so we know all the terms is 50. Okay, before we start find the sum, we must know the sequence of the odd numbers. Okay, so odd numbers we start with 1, then 3, 5 and so on. Okay, from this sequence, we know that our first term is 1 and common difference is 2. Okay, now we want to find sum of the first 50. So mean S50. Formula for S50, n over 2. So 50 over 2 times with 2a. A is 1 plus n minus 1. N is 50. 50 minus 1 is 49. And d is 2. Then we solve. We get 50 times with cancel out 2. Then 1 plus 49. Then we get 2,500. We go to example number 3. How many terms of the arithmetic sequence 579 must be added to get 572? How many terms means we want to find n. For arithmetic sequence A, 579 must be added to get 572. Okay, from this sequence, our A is 5 and we use D equals to 2. Must be added to get 572 means our Sn sum is 572. Okay, now we want to find how many terms. We want to find n only. Okay. We use formula for Sn. Sn is n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. Okay, 572 equals to n over 2. We substitute value for a, 5, and d, 2. Okay, so 572 equals to n. This one cancel out 2. Then we get 5 plus n minus 1. So 572 equals to 5n plus n square minus n. Then we arrange. We get n square plus 4n minus 572 equals to 0. Okay, now we want to find n. To solve this one, we must use calculator. Quadratic. To to find value for n. We must factorize. Okay, so we factorize, we get n get 22 and 26. So plus minus. So we get n 22 and n negative 26. Since n is how many terms, so we conclude our n is positive number only. Terms means we can count, so we just take value positive. So n equals to 22. This question for your exercise. If you have any problem, you can ask your lecturer. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.